What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Big John. Ako'y isang Pinoy sa puso't diwa, Pinoy na isinilang sa ating bansa. Ako'y hindi sanay sa wikang mga banyaga, ako'y Pinoy na mayroong sariling wika. Wika ang bansa, ang gamit kong salita. Bayan kong sinilangan, at kung lagi ang kalayaan. Sikat Jose Rizal nooy nagwika, siya ay nagpangaral sa ating bansa. Hindi raw magmahal sa sariling wika, ay higit pa ang amoy sa mabahong isda. Wika ang bansa, ang gamit kong salita. bayan kong silangan. Hangad kong lagi ang kalayaan. Ako'y isang Pinoy sa puso't diwa. Pinoy na isinilang sa ating bansa. Ako'y hindi sanay sa wikang mga banyaga. Ako'y Pinoy na mayroong sariling wika.
Good morning, everyone, especially to our Public Schools District Supervisor, Dr. Florifes A. Colmenares, to all the school heads, teachers, welcome po sa Day 3 ng ating District LMS Training. I am your moderator for today, Diane Rose L. Gorgonio. Today, we will again learn a lot from our proficient speakers, Dr. Janet G. Veloso and Dr. Florifes A. Colmenares. But before we proceed to our activity this morning, let us first have a recap. To give us a recap, let us all welcome Ms. Emilu V. Otram, Teacher 1 from Lock Point Linao Elementary School.
Good morning, school leaders and teachers. Welcome back to the third day of Bye-Bye District Rollout Training for school heads and teachers on Learning Management System. For today's recap, the comprehensive and impressive training yesterday started with keynotes in the most essential learning competencies. Dr. Janet G. Veloso, Chief of the Curriculum and Learning Management Division, presented the region's context and learning continuity plan, which aims to ensure that no one is left behind in the midst of pandemic, and everyone is responding to the needs of the new normal that is aligned to the philosophy and principles of Sulong Educalidad. In addition, Dr. Veloso also accentuated that the K-12 most essential learning competency is not a new curriculum. It is not a departure from the K-12 curriculum, and that the standards in terms of the content and performance are retained. In continuation, Dr. Veloso also discussed the different modalities, which are the face-to-face, modular, radio-based instruction, television-based instruction, the online and offline, and lastly, the blended learning. In the afternoon session, Teacher Arnold Generoso simulated the use of virtual classroom, the big blue button, followed by another simulation in delivering instruction for the kindergarten with Teacher Flor Sevilla from Pisok Camp Elementary School and Teacher Casey de los Santos from Haji Atondangal Elementary School, followed by the grade 3 simulators with Teacher Winnie Rose Mejos from San Vicente Elementary School and Teacher Antoinette Merimon from Mahayag Elementary School. And lastly, the simulation for the grade 6 with Sir Francis James de Remdes from Cabangcalan Elementary School and Teacher Precious Quindojos from Maputi Elementary School. The training ended with a simulation for radio broadcasting with Sir Junel C. Rezonable, Education Program Supervisor 2 of Alternative Learning System, and Ma'am Judith C. Calderon, Master Teacher 1, and also the ALS Coordinator of Malita District from the Schools Division of Davao Occidental. That will be all. Thank you.
very much, Mamemi, for that very comprehensive recap. Fellow teachers, please be reminded that the link of the attendance will be flashed on your screen later. So please continue watching lang po and watch out for the link na aming ibibigay.
Due to some queries from our hardworking and diligent teachers, we will be showing again videos for you to refresh your knowledge in the utilization of the LMS. Happy learning, everyone!
Thank you. Creating an account in the Learning Management System. Once you have your Moodle site installed, you can start to use the system. Contact your school administrator or division ITO for the site URL. Go to your Moodle site. Click the Login button, then click the Greater Than button. And click Create New Account button. Fill in all the required fields. After filling out the required fields, click Create My New Account button. Now, check your email. You will receive an account confirmation after submitting the form. Open the sent mail, and confirm your account by clicking the given link. You can now log in by using your username and password. That's all for the process of creating your account in the Learning Management System. Please take note that after creating an account, your default role in the system will be a student level. For teachers and school administrators, please contact your division ITO for updating your role as a teacher or admin. Thank you. Creating a course or subject in Learning Management System. To add a course to Moodle, you must have an administrator, course creator, or manager account. Standard teacher accounts do not have the necessary permissions to create or remove courses. Log in to the Moodle dashboard and select Site Administration from the sidebar. Click the Courses tab, then the Manage Courses and Categories link. Select a category for your course from the list available, or you can create a new category if desired. Then, click Create New Course. Complete the Add a New Course form, with full details of your new course. You can also add your course image. Once you've completed the form, click the Save and Display button. Your new course will now be displayed in the category list. You can check your course in the site home. That's all for the process of creating a course or subject in Learning Management System using the Moodle platform. Thank you for watching. Enrollment methods in Learning Management System. There are 3 methods in course enrollment. First is the manual enrollment. Second is the self-enrollment. Third is the self-enrollment with a key. For enrollment setup, open your course and select the Course Administration on the sidebar. Click the Users tab, then the Enrollment Methods link. For the manual enrollment, you can manually add your students to secure that only your students can view your activities and resources. Once you are in the Enrollment Methods page, disable the Eye Opener icon in the Guest Access and Self-Enrollment method. To add a student, click this icon. Now search your students on the right side, not enrolled users. Then click the Add button. That is all for the manual enrollment. Now, for the self-enrollment method, all the students that have an account in the system can freely enroll to your course. To set up the self-enrollment method, go to Enrollment Method page and enable the Eye Opener icon in the self-enrollment method. For the self-enrollment with key, the students can enroll to your course using the enrollment key. To set up the enrollment key, go to Enrollment Method page, click the Edit icon in the self-enrollment method. Set the enrollment key, then click Save button. Once the enrollment key is set, you can share the key to your students. That's all for the enrollment method in Learning Management System. Thank you. Adding resources and activities in Learning Management System. To add an activities and resources, open your course. Click the upper right button, turn editing on. Or go the administration sidebar, select course administration and click turn editing on. You can now edit your topic name just by clicking this icon. And press enter to save your topic name. To add an activity and resources, click the button Add an activity or resource. Select an activity or resource that you want to add to your course. For sample resource, I'm going to select the file under the resource list. After selecting an activity or resource, click the Add button. It will direct you to a page by filling out the form in your selected activity or resource. For the file resource, fill in the name. The description is optional. And to select files, click the file icon and upload your file from your computer. To track the students' activities, expand the activity completion. This will track students' activity. These are the following options. Show activity as complete when conditions are met. And check the box in the Require View fields. This will automatically track the students if she completed the activity or not. The other options are: students can manually mark the activity as completed, and do not indicate activity completion. After filling out the form, click Save and Return to Course button. The resource file will now appear in your topic area. This checkbox will indicate the activity completion of the students. That's all for the process of adding an activity or resource. Thank you for watching.
Suppose we have already logged in as a teacher and already created a subject named Mathematics 5. Click All Courses. Find Mathematics 5, then click on it. After that, make sure to turn editing on first, so you can edit what's inside the topic. Now, navigate to the lesson or topic where you want to add a new quiz. Then click Add an activity or resource. Find and select Quiz, and then click Add. Now go to the Name field, and enter the name of the quiz. Timing is where you can set the availability of the quiz and its duration. Enable it if you want, and then select a date. Here, I am choosing May 21st, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I will also enable the time limit of the quiz. Let's enter 3 minutes. You can also select an action you want when time expires. On the Grade tab, you can set the passing grade and the number of attempts allowed for the quiz. Layout tab lets you choose how the questions would appear per page. Question Behavior tab allows you to shuffle the questions and control question behavior for feedback after answering. Review Options tab gives the option on how the students will review their quiz after answering. After that, you can now click the Save and Return to Course to save your work and view the quiz you have created in outline view. Now click on the quiz that we have created. Then click Edit Quiz. Scroll down and click Add. Then choose Add a new question. In here, just select the type of question you want to add. Then click the Add button. I choose to add true or false question. In here, fill up the desired question name and text. Now scroll down and set up the desired answer, and set feedback for the correct or wrong answer. Click Save Changes to save your work. Now, we have successfully added one question. Just continue adding more questions as desired. We can also use questions already created by others by using the Question Bank feature of Moodle. Here, we can see all the questions previously made by other personnel, and reuse them to our own quiz. Just select the related ones, and then edit them after, if needed. Now you are done adding quiz. Don't forget to click the Save button. Now, your students are ready to take the quiz. Congratulations! Now, we will view on how a student take a quiz. He will take quiz 2. Click Attempt Quiz now. Here, the student will see the conditions before taking the quiz. Then click Start Attempt to begin the quiz. The student will now start answering. After answering all questions, the student will now choose to review his answers, or submit it already. If he's already sure of his answers, he can now click Submit All and finish. The student will now be directed to the result page and see his scores right away. He is also able to view the questions he has taken and its right answers. When he's finished reviewing, he can just click Finish Review. Now, he will be able to see his grades. Click All Courses. Find Mathematics 5, then click on it. After that, make sure to turn editing on first. Now, navigate to the topic where you want to add an assignment, and click Add an activity or resource. In here, find the activity you want to add. We choose Assignment. Now scroll down and set the assignment name. On this part, you can upload additional materials if you need to. On the Availability tab, you can set the date and time of the assignment's schedule. On Submission Type tab, you can set the maximum number of files and its file size to be uploaded. This is to save space on our server. Now we will choose the file type to be uploaded. I have chosen All File Types. On the Grade tab, we will set the maximum and passing grade of the assignment. We can now save the initial settings for our assignment. Scroll down and then click Save and return to course. From here, we can also edit the title of our assignment. We now have finished the creation of the assignment. We will now proceed to the student account. We will see how the student answers our assignment. First, the student must log in his or her account. Assuming the student is already enrolled on the subject and must take the assignment. Click All Courses. The student will now find the subject of his teacher, and click Enter this course button. The student will now find the assignment we have created. He must now click the assignment. He will be directed to the submission page, and must click Add Submission. He will now click the Upload panel to find his file. Choose Upload a File. The student will now find his file to be uploaded, assuming he has already prepared it. The student can also rename his file, and will now click Upload this file button. Then click Save Changes. The student will now be able to see his submission. He will now wait for his teacher to grade it.
We will now go to the teacher's account on how to grade the student's assignment.
Click All Courses. Find Mathematics 5, then click on it. Click on the assignment that the student have taken. Now click View All Submissions. In here, we can view all students who have already submitted their assignment. Now click the Grade button. In here, the teacher can now view what the student have submitted. The teacher can now grade the said submission, and enter a feedback on it. The teacher can also enable Notify Students, for them to be aware when they have already been graded. After that, click Save Changes. After saving, let us see the grade we have inputted. Click View All Submissions. In here, we can now see the grade we have inputted, including the other details of the said activity. After all submission is done, the teacher can also lock the submission, so that no more assignment will be accepted after the deadline. The student can now view his assignment grade. Now, we can see the grading status as graded. Scroll down, and the student will now see his grade, including the feedback of the teacher. This is all for assignment creation and grading. Thank you so much.
Adding an interactive activity and learning management system. To add an interactive activity, click the button Add an activity or resource. Select the interactive content in the activity list, then click Add button. You can add a description on the description field. On the editor field, choose a content type that you want to add in your interactive activity. In here, I choose the arithmetic quiz. Fill in the title field. In the quiz type field, you can choose either arithmetic operations or linear equations quiz. I choose the arithmetic operations quiz type. In the arithmetic type field, you can choose addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. In here, I choose addition type. In max number of questions, you can input the number of items in your arithmetic quiz. For optional settings, expand the activity completion. Choose an option in the completion tracking. In here, I choose the show activity as complete when conditions are met, and check the require view and require grade checkbox. After filling out the form, click Save and Return to Course button. Your interactive activity will now appear in your topic area. To view, click your new added interactive activity. This will appear to your students in answering the arithmetic quiz. That's all for adding an interactive activity. Thank you for watching. Adding an interactive activity in Learning Management System. To add an interactive activity, click the button Add an Activity or Resource. Select the interactive content in the activity list, then click Add button. You can add a description on the description field. On the editor field, choose a content type that you want to add in your interactive activity. In here, I choose the arithmetic quiz. Fill in the title field. In the quiz type field, you can choose either arithmetic operations or linear equations quiz. I choose the arithmetic operations quiz type. In the arithmetic type field, you can choose addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. In here, I choose addition type. In max number of questions, you can input the number of items in your arithmetic quiz. For optional settings, expand the activity completion. Choose an option in the completion tracking. In here, I choose the show activity as complete when conditions are met, and check the require view and require grade checkbox. After filling out the form, click Save and Return to Course button. Your interactive activity will now appear in your topic area. To view, click your new added interactive activity. This will appear to your students in answering the arithmetic quiz. That's all for adding an interactive activity. Thank you for watching. Checking your students' grade in Learning Management System. In your course dashboard, go to the navigation sidebar. Click My Courses, then click your course, and select the grades link. You can now view the report grade of your students. To get a copy of your students' grades in an Excel format, click Export in the Menu tab. Then select the grade items that you want to include. In Export Format options, choose the following options in the checkbox. Then click Download button. The grades of your students will be downloaded to your computer in an Excel format. This is an example view of your exported file. That's all for checking the grade of your students. Thank you.
Now, we will give you time to work on your LMS. If you want to be guided, feel free to go to our YouTube channel, Banay Banay District ICTU. The videos are already posted there, so you are free to watch anytime. We will be asking for your output. Take a picture or screenshot your output and post it in our Facebook group, DepEd Banay Banay District ICTU Elementary. Please do not forget to use the following hashtags that will be flashed on your screens. Thank you and enjoy exploring.
Enrollment, klase, paano? Mga sagot ng DepEd sa mga tanong. Mga katanungan ng mga mag-aaral, guro at mga magulang na binigyang tugon ng Department of Education. Unang katanungan, kailan naman ang simula ng enrollment? Ang sagot, gaganapin ang school enrollment sa June 1 to 30, 2020. Next question, kailan magbubukas ang school year 2020-2021 para sa mga public schools? Ang sagot, August 24, 2020 at magtatapos sa April 30, 2021. Next, gagamitin ba ang DepEd Commons sa darating na school year 2020-2021? Sagot, patuloy ang pagpapalawig ng DepEd Commons bilang platform kung saan ilalagay ang online learning resources. Samantala, ang DepEd ay nakikipag-usap sa mga telecommunication company para masiguro ang karampatang suporta sa mga learner at teacher. At ang kasunod na katanungan, kasali rin ba sa Learning Continuity Plan ang nasa malalayo o liblib na lugar? Sagot.
what we do.
Let us hear Dr. Florifes A. Colmenares, our Public Schools District Supervisor, to give us the basic education learning.
Yan lagi kong mahal. Human na to? Ayaw BSA. Okay. A pleasant good morning to all our viewers, the administrators, and teachers of Banay-Banay District. For 3 days, we learned to deliver education to our students outside of the traditional face-to-face teaching and learning environment. Online learning has become one of the ways to continue learning beyond the pandemic. No matter what crisis we face, we will strive to continue education. With the help of our stakeholders and DepEd personnel, we learn to prepare for the challenge brought by this pandemic. For the past months, we haven't stopped thinking of plans and creating ways to continue education, which is outlined in our Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. In Banay-Banay District, for school year 2020-2021, we have a total of 6,324 learners from kindergarten to grade 6. Showing to you data of our enrollment in the elementary level as of August 10, 2020 for SY 2020 to 2021. We have the kindergarten with a total of 758, grade 1, 957, grade 2, 967, grade 3, 922, grade 4, 823, grade 5, 928, and grade 6, 942 learners, including the learners with special educational needs, a total of 27. So all in all, the total population in the elementary level is 6,324. Based from the survey in terms of the distance learning delivery modality, let me show you the preferred modality by learners. We have in the kindergarten, in the modular distance learning, we have 545 learners who opt this kind of platform. In terms of the online distance learning, we have from the kindergarten, 0 for TV-based instruction, our radio-based instruction, and the blended distance learning. Nobody opt to use this kind of modality. Let us go to grade 1. For the modular distance learning, we have 580 for grade 1, with 12 learners prefer the online distance learning. And we have for the TV-based instruction, radio-based instruction, and the blended distance learning, nobody opt to choose this kind of modality. If we go to grade 2, we have 656 learners preferred the modular distance learning. And we have in our data 0 preference for the online, TV, radio, and the blended distance learning. For grade 3, we have 615 learners for the modular distance learning. And for grade 4, we have 547 with only 5 who prefer the online distance learning. And for grade 5, we have 601 learners for the modular distance learning, with only 1 for the online distance learning and 3 for the TV-based instruction, and 1 for the radio and the blended distance learning. If we go to grade 6, we have 598 preferred learners in the modular distance learning, with only 1 in the online distance learning, and we have 3 for the TV-based instruction, and 0 for the radio-based instruction, and 2 for the blended distance learning. If we try to look at the LSEN, or the learners with special educational needs, there are 23 who preferred the modular distance learning. Based on this data, it shows that the most preferred modality or platform is the modular distance learning with 4,165 or 66% of our learners opted this kind of platform. 19 or 0.3% preferred the ODL, and 6 for TV-based instruction, 1 for the radio-based instruction, and 3 for the blended distance learning. Now that we are capacitated on the use of the LMS as an option in delivering online distance learning, we are ready to face the challenge under the new normal. Attending this webinar, retooling and upscaling us, which is one of the initiatives in our department, really play a big role in our preparation. In terms of the area of partnership to our stakeholders, last July 15, 2020, we had our District Stakeholders Forum, which was participated by all our school heads, together with the PTA federated officers, 14 punong barangays, and local officials. This forum served as an orientation on the different learning modalities, as well as the presentation of the different elementary and secondary schools of their basic education learning continuity plan to forge engagement and support among our stakeholders. Next week, elementary and secondary schools scheduled a week-long activity in orienting our parents and learners on the different learning modalities and on the significant role of parents as facilitators of learning. At the moment, our stakeholders have also donated and give support in terms of the following. And we would like to recognize these people who have given us contribution in continuing education in Banay-Banay District. So we would like to thank our donors, our local executive, Honorable Mayor Adalia Lopez, for the thermal scanner, for the gallons of alcohol, for the 10 reams of bond paper, as well as 1 unit of printer per school, who really help us a lot in the reproduction of our SLMs. Our federated PTA officials also pledge support by committing 1 ream of bond paper per parent per quarter. At the same time, our energetic and active president of the federated, in the person of Kagawad Amilito Cordoba, also initiated by donating bond papers to the different elementary and secondary schools. Special thank also to Kagawad Impuerto, our Education Committee Chair in the Sangguniang Bayan, for the donation of bond paper, as well as to our board member, Ayan Lemuel Garcia, for bond papers that he himself will give to these different schools in Banay-Banay. Special mention to Kagawad Harold Montes for the printer and bond paper he donated to some of our schools. Special mention to Punta Linaw National High School, Tupaniquian National High School, now Dungila Pacris National High School, and also to Pintatagan Elementary School. We also have to mention other private person, in the person of Mr. Danilo Panal, for the photocopier he donated to Gaganganan Elementary School. In this time of crisis, we really need to strengthen our partnership to ensure delivery of all learning modalities in schools and collaboration in all governance. We believe that with our stakeholders coming together, our Education Secretary, Leonor Bioni, said, we can leap towards achieving our ultimate goal of making education a symbol of hope amidst doubts and uncertainties. Aside, of course, from this financial and other support that our stakeholders are extending over us, we would like also to mention and give a special recognition to our teachers, especially the English writers who have crafted activity sheets and locally made SLMs as additional activity to enhance our learners, as well as the school heads who are currently undergoing the reproduction of our modules with the assurance that these materials will be ready before the opening of classes on August 24. So with this, we are all set. I am pretty sure that all of us will take on board and everyone will be part inside the loop. So to one and all, God bless. Let us be safe, and we are all set to start the class 2 weeks from now.
So that was the end of our morning session. Please don't forget to fill out the attendance that will be flashed in your screen. See you this afternoon at exactly 1 p.m. Happy lunch, everyone!